Hey everybody, and welcome back. It is September 6th, and we have not done a homework video in quite a while, so we're all a little unadjusted, so bear with us. I also cannot promise that we will have regular homework videos just yet, but we felt like it was really important to get one out this week because of the homework in Magical Stitches. So before we get to that, I want to say welcome to Vicki from Reading and Stitching on FlossTube, or the headmistress from School of Magical Stitches, and Harriet from Stitch by Stitch Recovery on FlossTube. And as always, I'm Sammy J. Stitches on FlossTube. All right, so let's start with School of Magical Stitches, and then we will touch on a couple other things tonight. I'm not going to worry about monthlies or a whole lot of other things since we're just kind of getting back into it, but we will touch on a few other things. So why don't you go ahead and read it, Vicki, and we can discuss.
Sorry guys, I should have had it pulled up, but
here we were over here getting ready, and you're like, "You're not ready yet," and you weren't even ready.
Yeah, no. What do you want me to do? It's
All right.
week 2.
Sammy, I completely panicked then and thought you were going to ask me, and I was like, I don't have it up. I don't have it up.
Okay, so this week we are reading Kingdom Keepers Book 5, and we are on Shell Game, and we're boarding a Disney cruise. So I thought, we are on a cruise ship. We need to do something related to a cruise. Have you guys Sammy, have you been on you haven't been on a cruise yet, have you? Harriet, have you? And
Yep.
So, Harriet, you know that each deck, there's always something going on, and every day you get a printed itinerary of what's going on, what deck, what port we're going to be in. So there's all these things going on a ship that you want to explore. Because I know when we went to Alaska, we explored a lot of things. I made my husband go up to everything. We tried to do all the things. So I thought, well, we're going to explore the ship. Okay, so we're only looking at 7 different decks, and on a ship, each deck has something specific in it. And so we thought it would be kind of fun just to leave it open to kind of make your whips work. So you get to be the creative ones this week and figure out how your whips work while instead of me. Why? Sorry, I keep looking this way, guys. I have a new 8-week-old puppy, and he's been taking a nap, and I'm afraid he's going to wake up, and then I'm going to have to jump up and take him to potty really fast. So just in case, one of y'all better be ready. All right, so if you're visiting the decks, your total stitches, all stitches for the entire week, must total 1,000. But you can do however many stitches you want for each deck. The only difference is that if you're on deck 1, your stitch count has to start with a 1. So you could do like 1 stitch, 10 stitches, 11, 100, or 1,000 if that's what you choose. Okay. So does this make sense?
So far, so good.
Okay, so let's go to our first deck, deck 1. That is at the very top of the ship, and that is the health center and the security office. So it's deck 1, so you can either do 1 stitch, 10 stitches, whatever, as long as it has a 1 in front of it. All right, so what would you guys do for the health center?
Oh, I have something a bit out there, but is it my turn? We didn't discuss turns.
Technically, it would be me then you, but go ahead because I don't know.
So I have to find the chart, but tell me if this makes sense. So I do like maybe 10 stitches on. Do I have to tell you this as I go?
No, you can just figure it out later.
Okay, good. So I have a Phoenix chart that I am currently stitching on. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. I can't find the chart. But, oh, yes, I can. My goodness. I have a Phoenix chart that I would use, because phoenixes like heal themselves, and
Oh, they do.
once they die, they like heal themselves and come back to life. So for the medical center, I would use the phoenix, and can't really see
Alright.
it, but that's the chart.
Okay. I'm good now. You have to get really creative with this one because it's a little difficult.
I know, right?
I think so.
So you don't think, because you just already have yours, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to go with a key, because when you secure something, you lock it and you take away the key and keep the key on you. So I'm going to go with a key for security.
Awesome. Okay, so whoops, here's the photo. I am going to go with Yellowstone because there's herbs and flowers there, and you can use herbs and flowers for medicinal measures.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bert is helping me. I think, do you guys see how Bert's helping me today?
Yeah.
Are you laughing because Bert is helping? Bert is being not
I'm not
attacked
sure
by...
how much he's helping or if he's actually hindering, but yeah, it's really cute.
Okay, so deck 3. This is the ship that you, this is the deck that you walk onto and you enter the ship for the first time. You board the boat there.
Did we do deck 2?
No, we're only doing certain decks.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It also has the grand staircase that leads up to deck 4. It has the Walt Disney Theater where they do like plays and productions and things. They have the Royal Palace Restaurant. It's a fancy restaurant like with the princesses and things. And then they have the Animator's Palace Restaurant, and that's it. That is also a character dinner. So the characters come up and visit with you. Okay. Are you ready, Sammy?
Yeah. Wait, no. Go ahead. You obviously already have this.
Oh, I have mine, yeah.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. I am going to start Christmas Elegance. So I'm going to use my Christmas Elegance for the theater because it's a costume. And the Royal Palace, you know, they wear fancy dresses to the Royal Palace.
So I'm taking creative license here, guys. I am going to work on Emerald Mermaid because I need to get my stitch count up past 200 on this one, and I'm going to say that she's Ariel, and I'm going to meet her.
Is she a redhead?
Sure.
No, is she really? Seriously, because Aussie Stitcher was looking for a redhead.
She's not. She's like Auburn.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Aussie Stitcher was looking for a redhead. Sorry. Off-site squirrel.
It was like, does she have to be a redhead for me to call her Ariel?
No. Aussie Stitcher was asking for a redheaded chart, and I thought she might be a redhead.
So yeah, I'd use that one because you can meet Ariel in a character meet and greet in the restaurant.
Okay, Sammy?
Okay. Can you go over what's on the deck again, please?
Mm-hmm. This is where you enter the ship. So there's like a doorway. Mm-hmm. There's a grand staircase. There is Walt Disney Theater. So it's like a play. It has seating, balcony seating, you know, like an auditorium, like you would go see a play. Mm-hmm. And then it also has the Royal Palace Restaurant. So it's like a fancy dining place. So anything related to like, you could do, they serve French food maybe. So you could do Pretty Little Paris for food. Make it work, royalty.
Okay, so I think for this, I'm going to probably go the character route too.
Okay, Animator's Palace.
Yeah, and because I have this fairy tale, so you know you got Belle and Beast, you got Snow White, all the different characters different.
Well, this could also be for the royal palace. It could also be for the entryway because you have a door.
Right.
So yeah, it could be used for a lot.
Yeah, it's a pretty versatile piece when I feel like working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So deck 4 is the next deck we're going to do. We have the Buena Vesta Theater. It's where they show movies, like Disney movies. We have Shutter's Photo Shop, so you can go in and get your photo, check what photos they've taken of you, buy camera equipment, you know, it's a shop. They have a disco and nightclub. So come on, music and that. And they have a walking and a jogging track on that deck. There's some more things. I mean, if you guys are going to Google Disney Dreams and just see what's on each floor, if I don't have something listed, say it's on this deck and tell me where you found it, it's fine.
Okay, I'm ready for this one.
All right, what do you got?
I got Garden Prelude. Because, I mean, she's playing music and she's dressed nice. She probably is going dancing.
Awesome. That sounds good.
So I'm going to do this one, which is Dinosaur Museum by Hayde, because there is a dinosaur movie that's from Disney. And they would be showing that at the theater, and also Night at the Museum is a movie with dinosaurs in it as well.
That works.
So they could show that at the theater as well.
I like it. Okay, so I'm going to use, and can I ask your guys' opinion? I'm going to use Earth Dancer because, you know, dancer, studio, but I'm thinking on this fabric. What do you guys think?
Ooh, I like that fabric.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Earth Dancer because she's dancing.
Nice.
Now I do know someone in the group, she's using a train because there's a track. So you could use your train because there's a track that you walk around, and they said it's illegal where they're at, but here in the States, we walk the train tracks.
Really?
Oh yeah. We walk on the train tracks. We get photo shoots on the train tracks. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that. All of ours are closed off in Australia. You can't.
Oh no. We walk on ours.
But
See?
what happens if a train comes?
We get off the track.
You move.
You move.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. If someone's on the tracks in Australia, the trains all stop and it becomes this big thing, and police get involved to get them off
Oh, we don't
the
stop.
track.
No.
Oh.
No. Then you just stand there and count the cars.
Yeah. I used to live near where the freight trains all went past, and it was really cool because you just like, oh, it's like 100 cars on this. Anyway. Next
So, deck 10. This is the navigational bridge for the captain's suite, officer's quarters, and then it also has some very fancy cruise cabins. So this is a 10, so it could be 10 stitches, 100 stitches, 1,000 stitches, but it has to have a 10 in front of it. So what would you use for that?
Can you repeat? So it's where it's where your cabins are. And fancy
it's
cabins.
where the fancy cabins. It's where the navigational bridge, where like the captain steers the boat. The captain's quarters are on there. Oh wait, I missed a deck. Hang on. I'm sorry, I missed a deck. Let's go ahead and do this one, and then we can come back to it. We'll go back to the one I missed. I missed one.
Okay, so I'm actually going to show you two because I have two different thought processes on this, but so I thought that was interesting. Okay, first, because you said they're fancier cabins, they're the nice cabins, the ones you probably spend more time in than just sleeping. So I would say this fits really well because it's your home away from home. It's wherever you're at with this significant person. So I really like that. And then, oh, I didn't mean to shut that out. Sorry. Also, my shores, because this compass, you know, you would have a navigational compass in the navigational room. So mine is a ship. I bet I could make that work for anything, but it's on water. So those are my two thought processes there.
Okay. Harriet?
So I think I would do my little sleeping dragon because he's sleeping and you sleep in the cabin. Is that showing the right thing?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. So yeah, you sleep in the cabin and yeah.
Okay. So I went to the cabin route too, but I decided to do my in the embroideress because what do you do in a cabin? I cross stitch whenever I was on my cruise, believe it or not. And I wonder whose birthday start this was.
I was gonna pull that one up and I was like, oh, but if there's a deck where you do like recreational activities, then I'll use her.
Okay. I skipped deck 5. I'm sorry. So this deck has to have a 5 in it, like 5 stitches, 50 stitches, 500. So we've got a disco lounge. That's it's a teen only club. We have Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. That's where the hairstylist and the dresser make you over like a little princess. And then we have the cabins.
What was before boutique? I missed it.
Teen Dance Club. Vibe. Teen Dance Club.
Well, that's probably where I should have put my dancer. Okay.
Okay.
Garden Prelude again.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I probably should have went with that one for that.
Okay, so going to do that's upside down. Mermaids of the Deep Blue by Mirabilia because they look like they're dancing and they look
I like
they're
that one.
Young teenagers.
I don't have that one. I like it.
How do you not? You have like every Mirabilia ever made.
Don't have that one. Okay, I'm going to be doing Savannah's Curtsy because it looks like she just came out of the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Okay, let's go on. We're going to go to deck 11. Oh my God, this would be my favorite deck because it's got the spa, the fitness, a quiet cove pool, which is an adult-only pool, an ice cream treats bar, so treats, ice cream. The funnel vision, which if you look, the funnel vision is the big projection TV that's on the front of the boat that they do all the dance songs to, and then it also has Donald's swimming pool, the Donald Chip swimming pool. There's a lot on this deck.
A lot of water related, so you could probably relate any type of water to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I didn't look at that.
So. Oh, okay. Going a bit out there with this one because of what she's wearing. So I'm going to do the reader because what is one of the best things to do while you're sitting by an adults only pool with no kids making noises?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Reading.
Or
so I'm going to
now
do the reader.
The cruise I was on had a spa that was adults only, so you had to get a special pass, so no one under the age of 18 could be in it. So I would go up there and read without kids roaming around. It was very nice. Sammy, what you thinking on there?
I just had it. Where'd it go?
Don't know.
Oh, I was thinking maybe like kind of on the same, you're relaxing in the spa, you're not, you're sitting there. So my good intentions, because you could be stitching while you're enjoying a foot massage or just some relaxing downtime?
Okay, so I'm going different. I am going for my Christmas one because it has a plum pudding, it has a Yule log. So I'm going for treats because I'm going for food because I like sweets.
Ooh, I got sugar cookies too.
Yeah, so that's something. That's what I was going for. And the last deck we're going to visit is deck 14. Now, this is at the bottom of the ship. This is where they produce the live radio program to let everybody know what's going on the boat. You know, please report to deck 5 so you can do this. You know, that goes on the boat all the time. So, and then I also have a Disney Dream Cruise itinerary. That's where they have the port-related news, what port we're headed to, you know, that sort of thing.
So news.
News. Yep. According, yeah. Now, I took all of this from a travel website that listed what was on each deck, just to make sure I was getting it correct. So, yes. Okay. I already got mine. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead, Harriet.
Being Cheetah McCheetahs and doing the reader because she's reading the news itinerary thing.
Well, that's good. Well, you also get one delivered to your boat or to your room every day. I'm doing Seaside Kingdoms because almost all of the Disney Caribbean cruises and Bahama cruises, you go to the Castaway Cove. So they go to Disney has their own private beach. So I'm going here. And they used to have the Black Pearl cruise ship, Black Pearl from the Disney movie, from the Pirates movies out there. So it's kind of cool.
And so the connection to the last deck would be that the last deck would announce that y'all are porting, right?
Mm-hmm. Or report the news, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
You could do your key again because you have to get into the radio station.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. I'm so versatile this week, y'all. Are you wondering why I haven't done a homework video in a while? Because this is how well my brain is working.
Anyway, so I hope this makes it clear. So they just have to start with whatever the deck number is, and then...
So, like, for example, I would say I'm doing deck 7 and deck 3 because they equal 1,000 stitches. So...
You can do that.
Yeah. Now, sorry.
Sorry, I could say I'm doing deck 10 and do 1,000 stitches.
Yep, I got someone's doing that. Yep.
And
now, but here's the kicker. If you do 5 decks, you get 1,000 bonus stitches. And if you visit all 7, you get 2,000.
And those go towards a team event?
Team events, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, you know, even if you just put 1 stitch, and if you don't know exactly, put it up in the main group. People have been putting them up there almost, you know, and saying, here, help me out.
Yeah. So like deck 14 would have to have 14, 140, or...
Yeah, that's as far as I would go.
Yeah.
For a week, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think we've cleared all the questions. If you have any additional questions, you can feel free to comment below and we will try and get back to you as quickly as possible. I know that it's homework week and you only have a week to get it done, so we do need to respond pretty quickly. There will also be a post of this in Magical Stitches that you can comment on, and you know, anybody that understands can help you. You don't have to just wait for an admin to approve. The main thing about this is be as creative as possible. If it sounds like it can work, we're gonna go with it. So
I'm basically not turning anything away unless it's just like, yeah, that's not even on the ship. Nope, that you know.
Or you know, you just don't explain yourself at all. You know. Otherwise, you're doing the stitches, you're going to get your points. That's what Magical Stitches is about.
Yep.
So.
And in case you didn't realize, we announced next year's books. We're doing Percy Jackson.
Very excited.
So excited. It's going to be so good.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll into Daily 30. Remember, this is a closed group. You cannot get in if you're not already in. The reason we discuss it is to show you how double dipping works, which is when you use the same stitches for a prompt in Magical Stitches and a prompt in any other group. Daily 30 is one we are all three in, therefore it's the one I use for an example, along with any others that we tend to throw in here. All right, so this week, I don't even know how to say the name.
I didn't either.
I think it's Uluru. It's U-L-U-R-U. Week.
It's Uluru.
Yeah. Say that again?
Uluru.
Yeah.
Like Uluru.
Kind of like
It's the big red rock in Australia.
Okay, yeah. Had no clue. Thanks for that.
I think
Okay.
I wrote Ulta down just so I would know which one I was doing.
Like one of our biggest Aboriginal historical sites.
And that's what it says. It is what it says.
Yeah.
So Uluru?
Yeah.
Is that how I say it? Okay. And it also says Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock?
Yeah.
Is a large sandstone located in the Northern Territory of Central Australia. It is about 289 miles from the nearest city of Alice Springs. Let's take a road trip this week and visit this beautiful Australian landmark. So, prompt 1. Uluru is over 2 miles long, 1 mile wide, and almost 6 miles around its base. It rises 1,141 feet above the surrounding desert. Uluru is higher than the Eiffel Tower, the Great Pyramid, and the Statue of Liberty. Stitch on a whip that has one thing that is taller than anything else in the design. Are you ready, Harriet?
You can work on your dinosaur because that T-Rex is taller than anybody, isn't he?
Yes, or the Brontosaurus or the Brachiosaurus. One of them would be taller than anything else in the design.
Harriet, I had a duckling make a dinosaur comment this week. It made me giggle, and then I thought of you.
Ah.
It did. I didn't know how to. I had to check. I'm gonna work on George because that flag is taller.
Yeah.
She had a dinosaur poster, and she said that. I said, well, maybe we want to live back in time in the dinosaur. She goes, only if I want to get mauled to death by a stegosaurus tail. I don't know. Has a stegosaurus got a scary tail?
Yeah. It's got lots of spikes on it.
All right, Sammy, what are you going to work on? What are you going to?
I would pick my entire trio because this tree takes up the entire side of it, so it's taller than anything else.
That works.
All right. Number 2, most of the Aboriginals of Central Australia consider Uluru a sacred ground. The ancestral owners of the land on which the rocks stand. There's another word I can't pronounce. Do you know what tribe they are? Harriet?
Oh, not off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up.
It's A-N-A-G-U.
Anangu?
We'll go with that. Has conducted their prayers on the site for many years. Stitch on a whip that holds the most personal significance to you.
Oh, okay. I gotta find it.
Oh, here goes.
So I would stitch. Uh-oh. That didn't work. Whatever. I would stitch on my train because it's the one I'm stitching for my dad, and he is very important and has a lot of significance in my life. Does that work, do you think?
Yes.
Okay, I can work on 2. I can work on Yellowstone because that was just a very magical trip for me and my husband. Or I can work on George because I really value my freedom and my choices that I get to make.
Okay. For the prompt, I would work on this, even though it's not in my rotation right now. This one, because growing up, my mom called me Bug. That was her nickname for me, and we always symbolized that with ladybugs. So if she was buying something personal for me, it had a ladybug on it. And I call my daughter Doodlebug, and we also use the ladybug as the symbol for that. So it's something that all three of us as a family have always used to represent a relationship. Oh, I'm reading. Haha. Me again. The summit of Ayers Rock is generally flat, though there are numerous valleys, ridges, caves, and strange shapes produced by erosion over millions of years. There is no vegetation on the rock, but the surrounding areas have a number of springs, waterholes, rock caves, and numerous ancient paintings. Put stitches into a piece that does not have any sort of vegetation. No flowers, no leaves, no trees. Ooh.
That would be George for me because he's in the middle of the freaking river with ice.
I'm looking at my pieces going, that has flowers, that has leaves, that has flowers, that has leaves.
I got George.
Right?
Like, I'm going to share my screen for a second and show you. Like, okay, flowers, 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 leaves and berries, has a flower.
Hey, what about that home?
Yeah, home.
Home is what I would go with. I'm just saying, as I was going through each of them, I'm like, my goodness, everything has vegetation.
What about your irony?
So, irony, but I would probably use home so that I could double dip with magical.
Yes, that would be good.
And another event that we will talk about here in a few minutes. So it would probably be home.
Okay.
I just thought it was funny. You don't realize certain things about your whips until you get a prompt like this, and then you're like, whoa.
So I would use my phoenix because that has no leaves or flowers in it. It just has a phoenix with feathers.
Okay. Oh, that means I have to talk again.
Yes. Come on, Sammy.
By Aboriginal tradition, only certain elderly males may climb the rock. Since 1951, 37 climbers have disrespected the Aboriginal culture and have died attempting the 1 mile climb. Considering your whips as, I forgot how to say the word, the rock, stitch on one that has you nearest the top for a completed climb. So maybe closest to finished?
Yeah. But what if you finish the whip? Do you then have to make up the stitches?
Well, it's only 100 stitches, 100 or 200. So, does your piece not even have 100 in it, you think?
I don't think so. I think it has like 50 beads. And then, so I have 2 projects I'm currently beading. And one is Rhythm by Nora Corbett. And I just have to put in the beads on that. And I don't think that would be it. But then I could switch into a different project, I guess.
Yeah, and just put the last few stitches in there.
Yeah.
What about you, Vicky?
I would have to use my Advent animal, my elephant. Just if I was going to pick one, my elephant, because it just needs back stitching. Oh God, back stitching.
Mine is actually, I don't have a lot of small pieces anymore. And I guess I have a few that are close to finish, but this is the one that comes to mind immediately. And that is Kittywood Duck. It's right about 100 stitches left in it. So, all right. The Ayers Rock is in Inselberg, a term used to refer to an island, mountain, or hill that is left under the surrounding air. Is left after the surrounding area is eroded by rainfall and ground running water. Put stitches into a whip that has an island, mountain, or hill in the design.
I can use my train. It has a mountain and a hill.
Okay.
Yellowstone, because Yellowstone has all those mountains.
Yeah.
Sorry, as we're doing this, I'm putting up a challenge right now. This looks so
I think I could probably use Anzac
weird.
because a cow is standing on a hill. Like right here. See how it kind of goes down
He
here?
is on a hill, yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, how come Anzac doesn't have Uluru in it?
You have to ask, Mom Dog.
As if you don't know that.
Okay, so did we all answer that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bonus prompt. Uluru is particularly mesmerizing during dawn and sunset when it appears to change color. It glows red during both times. Stitch with red floss. No alternate stitches. 200 stitches in red.
Okay, I think I got it. So I have two options. Oh, look at you go.
Red.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
cheetah.
It's like sitting in my lap.
I could do my mistletoe, my ornament, or I could pull up pandemic and do red thread with pandemic. So figure out which one I want to do.
Okay.
Oh,
Where did my needle go?
I actually have like nothing with red that's even anywhere close to it.
So
Like,
no bonus for Harriet.
Yeah, no bonus for me.
And then as always,
I had it in my head, but I'd have to like count across to different. I'm not doing.
yeah, no. That's just asking for the frog to come visit, right?
Yeah, I'm not. No.
So outside of that, they have the daily 30 where you have to stitch 30 minutes every day. Once you get 5 of them, you get your points. Which I've been really terrible at working.
Oh, me too.
Mostly because like she puts them out on a Friday. I don't really look at them until Sunday. So then you're already down 2 days, you know, and then I just kind of maybe next week. And then it happens all over again. Okay, the other, I know there's a bunch of different events in Sane that we've gone through several times. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the active one right now is called Crazy Domino Effect. And basically you have to have 10 whips that you find a way to connect them, like when you knock over dominoes and they just kind of fall into each other. And also you pick a stitch count, like I picked 100. So my first whip has to be 100, and then the next whip is 200 and 300, and you're doing the stair step thing. So, and that's the reason I said I would talk about home later, because right now I'm working on I Solemnly Swear. And my next piece in the domino effect is that home that I showed you. And the way I connected it is, you see how this has all these little swirlies everywhere? Well, let me show you home. Here's green. There's swirlies all over this too. That's how I connected it. It's as simple as that. But sometimes you can really overwhelm yourself when you're trying to think of, okay, how are these two pieces alike? You know, like there's nothing. It could be designer, it could be the name, it could be something in it. You just have to find a way to connect them. So I am working on this one and then home. And then I have another one that says something about home. So that's how those two connect, and on and on. So I know Vicky's not doing that one. Are you doing that one, Harry?
No, but I'm going to see if I can connect 10 projects right now.
Okay.
No, but I could probably connect 10 whips.
Well, I'm going to go through mine real quick, just to kind of show y'all what I did. I started off with Anzac because when I started this, oh, am I still sharing my screen? No. Okay. When I started this, it was my scavenger hunt night. So I was like, okay, I'll work on Anzac. So then I went from Anzac to Legendary Creatures. Where is it? Because they both have birds in them. No, because they both have circles. So this Ouroboros, whatever, had a circle. There was a circle around Australia in Anzac. And then I don't have a picture of my next piece, but I connected them via feathers because this has this weird, these like the griffin and whatever that thing is that have feathers. The other piece has an owl that has feathers. And then I went from that piece to this piece because they both have owls. You can't see the owl, but it's
Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Puppy just woke up, so we gotta go pee-pee, or we have a mess in my floor. I will be right back, but I almost have my 10 linked.
And so solemnly swear. Where is it? I'm gonna make
Hey,
y'all.
on the left.
Oh, there we go. So we had an owl, and then I connected this one to home via the swirlies, and then home to this one because they both have homes in them. And then this has a heart right here, and it connects to key to my heart because hearts. And then this one is going to connect to Time for God because they both have words on them.
Yeah.
So each of my connections was a different way that it connected, but then all the way through. And that means I'm going to have to put 1,000 stitches into this one, and that's a little scary, but you know, get there eventually. So.
And that's in the month, right?
Mm-hmm. That is in the month of September. So it's still pretty early in the month. It's not too hard to do. For those of us that have plenty of stitching time and not crazy jobs that are demanding all our attention.
I think I could match 10 of mine.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have a couple of mermaids now, I have a couple of fancy ladies, and I have a couple of dinosaurs. So, like, as long as I can link dinosaurs with mermaids or fancy ladies, then I'm fine.
Right.
So.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We had to take care of that really fast.
Okay.
Okay, did you get yours linked, Harriet?
I think I could, yeah. I don't really want to go through them all, if that's okay. I don't have pictures of them all here.
Okay, just 1 second. I'm seeing what I can.
All right, I'll go through them because now I'm like, really, can I do this? So
Got 8.
I could start with I want to finish on that one. So I could start with the reader, who's here.
Mm-hmm.
Move on to the embroideress, because they're both fancy ladies. Then I could go into Violet, because they're a fancy lady. Well, they're a lady. Then I could do Daisy, because they're also a fancy fairy. Then I could do Mermaids of the Deep Blue, because they're women and they have fancy hair that is bedazzled. Then I could do Emerald Mermaid, because she's a mermaid. Then I could do Potion Keeper, because a dragon and a mermaid are both mythical animals. Then I could do, now I am stuck.
An animal. You could do your dinosaurs because they're an
Yeah,
animal.
I could do my first dinosaurs, my Haid dinosaurs, because they're an animal. I could then do my A to Z of dinosaurs, which would be really hard because that's a lot of stitches.
And then you could do your
Because they're
Anzac.
dinosaurs. And then I could do my baby sampler because I need to actually finish that.
There you go.
It has dinosaurs on it. That's 10.
Is that 10? Okay, so here's mine. I could start with my Advent animals because it's Christmas. I could then move to my my first Christmas, the other one I'm doing. And I can move to my memorabilia, Christmas Elegance. From her, I can move to Savannah's Curtsy because they both have fancy dresses on. And Savannah's Curtsy looks like she's on a ballroom dance floor, so then I can move the Earth Dancer. Earth Dancer has trees in the backgrounds, so I could go to Yellowstone then. And Yellowstone is part of the national parks that was made by a president, which means I could go to George Washington because George Washington was a president. George is on water, which means I can move into Seaside Kingdom because Seaside Kingdom is near the water, which then I can move into my Cinderella piece, the Joan Elliott Rags and Riches piece, because on the rag side, she has a bucket, and you use a bucket at the beach. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
And because this piece is side by side, it's a Cinderella piece. Cinderella would also go to a ball, and in a ball they would drink tea, so I can work on my teacups.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the big game in Semi-Sane this month. It's not too late to join. It's still early in the month. You can make it work. We'd be happy to help you if you need some help.
Semi-Sane is closed right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, but I mean, even if they're in the group and just haven't decided to participate, because it can be intimidating, something like that. Semi-Sane is a closed group. You cannot get in at the moment. I don't know the details on when or how long that's going to be like that. If we hear any differently, we will let you know. The next thing we have up is a new group. We just recently discovered this group. They are literally just getting their feet wet they just opened up. But they have a very interesting concept that I feel like is derived a little bit from Magical Stitches, Myth and Magic, Semi-Sane. Like, I think from what I can tell, they've taken elements from all the groups they enjoy and they've made something all their own. And this group is called the Crystal Academy. And so it's a school that you are going to, and then it'll have, challenges, classes, things like that. I feel like it relates more to our Harry Potter year than like this year.
Yeah, I think so. I've met the headmistress from that school. 2 schools, you gotta meet the headmistress. They seem pretty nice. All the teachers there seem very nice, very pleasant. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about trying this out.
And from what I understand is the specific person that started it used to be Ravenclaw in your group. So that's why I feel like there's a lot of inspiration in there. So this is the first week of classes. Well, it's not even in classes yet. We're taking tests to get in the school. So if you want to be sorted, you need to join and participate this week. If not, you'll have to wait 3 months. You can participate, but you wouldn't be sorted into a dorm until the end of 3 months when they will admit new students. So right now they're doing what's called a tribunal. It's 3 tests. You have to complete all 3 tests to get sorted. If you are not sorted, you can still participate. Your points don't count towards the house cup or whatever it is.
We don't know what they're doing. So it's all new to us. So we're just kind of checking it out.
Right. And so test number 1 is they want to see how many stitches you can do in 24 hours. No.
Thanks, Sammy.
They want to see how many stitches you can do in 24 hours. So you just stitch as much as you can on whatever you want, or not even like try and push yourself. Just do what you would normally do in a 24-hour period, except you do it on one whip. You can't do more than one, and submit those stitches. Test 1, done. I'm going to skip test 2 for just a second and come back to it. Test number 3 is basically the same thing, but it's how many stitches you can get over the entire week. So it doesn't matter what you're working on the pieces for. It doesn't matter if it's part of the test or not. You count up all your stitches for the entire week and submit it at the end of the week. They're just trying to get an idea of, are you a fast stitcher? Are you a slow stitcher? Are you monogamous? Or are you not? So those stitch counts kind of help them to sort people. The last, test number 2, there's 2 options. You can either pick 2 out of 3 for like A, B, and C, or if you choose D, then you only have to do D. So 2D is stitch on one piece, a different piece each day of the week, and you have to complete 7 whips in order to complete that test. Doesn't matter how many stitches, just stitch on a different whip every day. If you can't do that, because me personally, I mean, I probably could, but to remember to post all 7 days and get through that test might be a little difficult for me. So I'm going to pick 2 of the first 3. The number 1 or A is 200 stitches on a whip you love. 2 is 200 stitches on a whip you hate, or 200 stitches on a whip in one color. The whip may have more than one color, but you can only stitch in one color. So with that being said, we know that 1 and 3 are just stitch counts. What would you do for test 2?
I just finished test 2. Sorry, y'all. Bruin decided to join me today. This is Bruin, newest family member. I have on my gloves that he can't bite through. I did Seaside Kingdom because I love the beach.
Okay, you need 2. So what's your other one?
Do I gotta finish them both today?
No, and you cannot do them on the same day. So if you do one, do the other one tomorrow.
I would probably, something that I love, I would probably pick one of my Christmas designs because I love Christmas.
But didn't you do that one?
No, I did Seaside Kingdom.
Yeah, but don't you have to choose a different choice? Does that make sense?
Oh.
So you've already done the one you love.
So the one I hate. Ooh, that would be Advent. Oh, the one I hate. I would probably do Advent Animals because I got a back stitch, and I hate that back stitching. That sucks.
Okay. So. Harriet, are you participating?
No, it's just one too many groups for me. With the way work is at the moment, I just can't do it.
Right.
It's too much.
I'm working on solemnly swear all night. So that's my 24 hours. That's test 1. For test 2, I'm probably going to do a whip that I love, and I'll go with home. For test 3, I'm going to do the one color and probably pull out Dinah's The Trick and the Treat. Actually, I could probably use home for that one too because it's one color.
You could also use your ladybug.
Yeah.
Or ladybug, yeah. So they don't have, like I said, they don't have to have just one color in it, but then you would have to go, okay, I'm only stitching this color tonight. As easy as that. So that's an interesting new group if you want to check it out. It's called Crystal Academy. So, and I look forward to maybe talking about that one some more as we learn more about it because very new, we're still working things out. So that's all I have for this week. Do y'all have anything y'all need to add real quick? No?
No, but this baby shark is really baby sharking.
All right, so that's it for us this week. We're so glad you joined us, and we will try and be back soon with a little bit more, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.